And so it is. Dear Shambra, here in Korea, we join our energies together in this thing called a shout. It is your divine and mine. It is your humanness and mine. It is in this place that we call the safe space. The energy that we create together where you can be who you are. In this safe space, you don't have to hide behind anything. You don't have to pretend that you're something you're not. And you don't have to pretend that you're less than who you really are. In this safe space, I can talk to you as an angel, from angel to angel. Not talking to you as a human sitting in these chairs. Not talking to one who is looking for enlightenment. I can talk to you as the real you, as the angel I know you by. I am Tobias of the Crimson Council in the angelic orders of all that is. And I know each and every one of you. I have worked with many of you in the human body in lifetimes past. I have worked with all of you in the angelic realms. You come from many different spiritual families. Some from the family of Michael, of Archangel Michael. Some from the family of Raphael. Some from the family of Metatron, the one we now call Johann. Some of you come from spiritual families whose names cannot even be pronounced in the human language. So I say them in energy alone. And I know you from the Crimson Council because you came from your spiritual family in service to be a teacher to other angels. You joined your consciousness with that of the Crimson Council. And I've known you in the angelic realms as a teacher. Yes, even angels need teachers, because there are some who have not journeyed very far. Some who are just now coming to realize that they are creators. There are angels who are preparing to come to earth for the very first time. And they need the wisdom of angels who have been there many times, like you. I have watched how you have worked with many angelic beings in the other realms. Ones who were lost. Ones who just needed someone to listen to them. Ones who were working on grand challenges and experiences, even in the angelic realms. And I have watched you teach them with love and with grace and with great compassion. And then I saw you. Yes, each of you I have seen. Each and everyone sitting in this room. I saw when you were choosing this lifetime on earth. When you were choosing to come back into physical body at this grandest time of evolution on earth. And you and I sat alone and talked. I, Tobias, to you, the angel. Shortly before you incarnated back to earth, you and I talked. Just you and I. I'm going to ask you to do what Caldra asked you to do before. Expand your energy and feel for a moment. And remember this talk you and I had before you came back to earth in this lifetime. Feel it for a moment. I told you how I honored you for going back to earth again. I told you you didn't have to go. I reminded you. You didn't have to do another lifetime. Remember when you told me that? And you laughed at me and said, "Oh, but Tobias, I wouldn't miss it for the world." And I told you that it was going to be the most challenging lifetime you had ever lived on earth. And you laughed again and said, "I love challenges, Tobias." I told you that it was going to be the most difficult lifetime because it was going to be a lifetime where you were living in physical body with enlightenment. It's easy to be enlightened in the other realms. It's difficult to be in the human body and know you're an angel. It's difficult to face day-to-day challenges in your life and to know you're really a grand creator, but to wonder why these challenges continue to be in your path. I told you it would be the most difficult life you would ever live because there would be the most changes on earth in the shortest period of time. And you laughed again and said, "I love change." And I said, "Dear one, before you go back to earth, remember that it will be different than your other lifetimes. It will go very, very fast. Technology will go fast. Change will spread across the world in an instant. Communications won't take weeks or months of time. They will happen at the speed that you can take a breath. I told you that in this lifetime it would be the most challenging because the old walls that separated cultures and countries and races and religions would come tumbling down. And you said, "Tobias, I love to help break down walls." And I said, "Yes, but everything that you've learned about being a human in all of your other lifetimes is going to be put to a test in this lifetime. Everything that you thought you knew about humanity, you're going to see change in this lifetime." You had a big smile on your face and said, "Dear Tobias, that is why I'm going back to earth." We sat for a moment in silence, thinking about the potential of all of the things that you were going to do in this lifetime. And I spoke again. And I said, this lifetime is going to be the most rewarding and satisfying of any you have ever lived. And you said to me, I know, Tobias, but tell me why. I said, because in this lifetime on earth, you're going to integrate every part of you, every past lifetime, back into this lifetime. You're going to integrate and heal every wounded part of yourself, even from back in your angelic days. In this lifetime, you're going to learn how to be a sovereign creator, no longer having to pretend that you're less than a creator, no longer having to have other people rule you, guide you, feed you, and tell you what to do. In this lifetime, you're going to learn, while you are in a human body, how to be totally sovereign. And you had a big smile and said, that's why I want to go back to earth. And I said to you, yes, dear one, but as grand as it may sound, it will have its challenges. I looked directly into your angel eyes, and I said, dear one, there are going to be times that you forget who you are. There are going to be times when you forget that we ever had this conversation. There are going to be times when you doubt yourself. There are going to be times when you don't want to live anymore. It'll be so challenging and so difficult. You'll want to come back home, back to the angelic realms, back to the Crimson Council. There are going to be times when your body aches so bad that you wished you didn't have to be in it. There are going to be times, I told you, when the ones who are the nearest, who you love the most, will betray you, will hurt you, and will leave you in ruins. That will make this lifetime the most challenging. They're not truly leaving you because they don't love you. They're leaving you because there will come a point in your lifetime when you go through the dark night of the soul, and all of those around will back off. Some will leave you. Some will just move away from you. There'll be times when you go through this lonely walk through life, when it seems almost impossible to be a creator, when you can't hold a job, when even your pets leave, when it seems like there's nothing left. That's why it will be the most challenging. And I told you, dear one, if you remember, I told you, there will be times when you feel so alone, even in the midst of other humans, even living in a busy, crowded city. There'll be times when you feel so alone. And you said to me, why is that, Tobias? Why will that happen? And I took a deep breath because even angels breathe, you know. We don't breathe air, we breathe life. And I said, there will come a time when it feels so alone, because that is the time you get to know yourself. When you're not distracted by other humans, you're not distracted by a busy job, when you are so alone that the only thing you have is you. I said, it will be difficult because it will even feel like I am not there for a short period of time. It will even feel like the other angels are not around you. And I said, in this lifetime that you are about to go into, there will be a time when your spirit guides, the angels who are assigned to hold your energy balance, when they will go away. And that will feel depressing and sad. It will feel like there's a big emptiness in your heart. And some part of you will wonder why even the angels abandon you. But it's because there is a time in this lifetime for being so alone that you can know who you are once again. And this time you took a deep breath. And I could feel in your energy that you were having second thoughts about going into this lifetime, about being incarnated again. I could see your concern, so I kept talking to you. And I said, dear one, once you get through this loneliest of times, once it feels like you have lost everything and everyone, you will emerge. You will be like that caterpillar that goes into a cocoon and becomes a butterfly. You will let go of your old human mind and its ways of thinking. You will let go of your fears. You will let go of goals and agendas. You will let go of the need to survive in a physical body so that you can transcend into a true angel on earth. When you go through the metamorphosis, it will seem like you are dying from within at some point. But dear one, when you emerge, when you break through the cocoon and spread your new energy wings, you will no longer be the human that you were just a few short years ago. You will no longer have the limitations of body and mind. You will emerge like a caterpillar, like a butterfly emerges, and you'll spread your beautiful, colorful wings and to be able to soar. And I could see your energy as that angel talking with me. I could see it light up once again. And we sat in silence for a while, and we both breathed together. And you said, Tobias, do you know that it will work out for me? Do you know, looking into the future, that I'll be okay. I looked in your eyes once again and I said, dear one, I cannot predict that. I do not know what will happen when you go off on this new lifetime of yours. I do not know which way you will walk, which roads you will choose. I do not know which detours will distract you. I do not know what things will come up in your path to make you stop and go no further. I do not know if you will fall in love with a human who is so special that you choose not to evolve your own spiritual path. I do not know that you will get addicted to drugs or alcohol because the pain of living is so great. I do not know if you will be deceived by the dark forces who truly make you confused and make you forget what a grand angel you are. I do not know these things. But I said to you, sitting here right now, I have seen you working in the angelic realms. I have shared a lifetime or two with you on earth. And no matter what, you were always able to pull yourself through. You were always able to reach deep down into your own core, into your own divine. Particularly when things got the toughest, you were able to reach deep down within and remember who you are. You were able to bring up your own energy and consciousness. You were able to get through the most difficult experiences of any human or angel I've ever seen. So I, Tobias, have no doubt that you're going to do it again. That you're going to enter into this most challenging lifetime and do it again. We both had a big smile on our face then. As you were getting ready to be birthed back into this lifetime, I came over to give you an angel hug one more time. But this time, we held longer and closer than we have any other time. This time, I didn't want to let go of you. I wanted to come with you. But I knew it wasn't quite my time. So I stepped back. I acknowledged the God in you was the God in me. Namaste, I acknowledged you. And I saw you expand your energy back down to earth. I've kept a close eye on you in all of these years you've been back here. I've seen you go through some of these very things that I've talked about. I've seen you struggle with remembering, and I've tried to call out to you. Struggle with remembering who you are and why you're here on earth. I've tried to remind you of this talk that we had. I've seen you in your dream state at night get lost. Even out in the other realms, get lost. Trying to remember where those answers were. Those answers that you told yourself you would have at the right time. I just gently reminded you to keep breathing. It will come to you. Keep breathing. It will come to you. Keep breathing. It will come to you. And you must have heard me. You must have felt my love. Because you started breathing again. You started remembering again. You started feeling again and living again. Dear Shambra, the most challenging and the most fulfilling lifetime you will ever live is the one that you're living right now. So exciting it is, so grand it is to be on earth right now, that I'm coming to join you. I'm coming to be back in physical body. I'll go so far as to say that in my new incarnation as the one I call Sam, I will come to Korea. I will come to Japan and to China in my lifetime. Dear Shambra, I hope when I come to your land of Korea that there will be many, many, many Shambra upon this land. I hope that there will be a place where we can go and sit, perhaps one called the Shambra Center, filled with humans who are seeking guidance in their lifetimes, filled with teachers like you who are giving that guidance. And I hope you will give me a tour of your Shambra Center. And I'm hoping we can sit and talk once again, like we did in the angelic realms before you came back to earth. But now I want to talk to you, human to human, divine to divine. I want to look at you and say, I am so proud of you. I am proud of you for remembering who you are even in the darkest days. I am proud of you for continuing to stay on earth because there's so many who need your teaching. I am proud of you that you took that breath and let yourself expand into the new energy. When I come back, and when I come to this land of Korea, it will look different than what it does right now. There will not be a wall that divides it. There will not be anger and hate and old karma separating two people of the same family. There will be prosperity on this land. I already know that. There will be a renaissance of spiritual enlightenment on this land. I do know that. When I come back, you're going to be a little bit more gray in the hair. You're going to be a little bit more round in the tummy. You're going to have a few more lines upon your face. But I'm going to recognize you because of that smile upon your lips, and that love in your heart. I'm going to recognize you are the new energy teachers. You are the ones that help transform this country. And by the way, this year of 2009 will begin a 3-year process of unification in this land of Korea. It will begin a process of major prosperity in this land. It will begin a new era of a very productive type of agriculture that will feed all of the people. And it will also feed a whole new evolution of technology. You see, because when the belly is fed, the mind is fueled. When the belly is fed, the consciousness and the enlightenment can open up. So these things I do know in my heart are going to be happening here. I see that, dear Shambra, you're going to learn something very important this year for yourself and as a group of Shambra in Korea. You're going to learn that the group, what you would call the Shambra group, should never be the focus. It should be the dessert. You, the individual, your spiritual path is the focus. You'll understand this year how your spiritual path is unique and different from the person next to you. And that it is difficult when you're a new energy human to try to inflict the will of a group to create enlightenment for the individual. But when the individual allows their own enlightenment, then the group gets together for a common passion, for a common goal, and for mutual friendship. The group then doesn't lead the individuals, but the group is there as a spa. The group is there for the rejuvenation of the individuals. The group is there to bring together all of the individual and unique experiences that you've had. Bring them together in unity and for a story for other humans to hear. Shambra, even here in Korea, as your land begins the unification process this year, you will see the changes before your eyes happening this year, one after the other, the series of events that will lead to the unification. You're also going to see how within your own group of Shambra, how the differences are now honored and respected rather than thought of strange or different. You're going to see how you as Shambra have been living out some of the very things that have separated your country. And now you're going to be able to bring them together as Shambra here in Korea. These next 4 years are going to see monumental changes all over the earth. As I said before, 3 years of change and evolution in Korea. 4 years of very intense change in this world. You're creating, the world is creating this new energy era. It's cleansing out the old, cleansing out what is no longer needed, allowing its energy to be transformed, brought back in a very new energy way. So what I'm saying here now, sitting to you like this, angel to angel once again, you're going to see challenges all over the world, but don't panic. Don't be filled with anxiety. It is all very appropriate. You're going to see weather patterns this year, as I talked about recently. Don't think it's the angry gods or even global warming. It is the cleansing and the restructuring of consciousness. So now, let us once again take a deep breath together. Like we did before you came back to earth in this lifetime. Let us take a deep breath together and let our compassion and love spread out to all of the world at this time of change. Let us take a deep breath together. Let me take a moment to honor your journey in this lifetime, to honor coming back as a teacher, as a creator, and as a divine human being. So, I smile to think that in my lifetime, I may be able to touch you once again. Me as a human, you as a human. Me as a creator being, you as a creator being. I look forward to my return. And so it is.
And so it is.